I'm trying these new glasses out, Sarah. What do you think? I was told I wasn't allowed to
Oh,
wear them
hang on.
mostly.
Why not?
Hold that thought, Shane.
Who
At the
told you
web.
you're not? Who told you can't wear the glasses?
Uh, well, so I'm in this little conflict with my girlfriend about I
Save it
wear.
for the. Say you gotta save this for the pod.
I have other things to talk about. Oh, get me.
Well, yeah, this is basically. Oh my god, you both.
Look at my new sunglasses, Shane. I also was told I'm not allowed to wear these.
Oh,
Daniel,
Can I wear my glasses?
you're destroying
What
the
is that,
environment
Sydney
one
hat?
pay pod at a time. Do you like
is that
mine?
a ranch dip? I like those.
Yeah, Sarah's always fucked up.
That's because my mic was
Probably not gonna be.
facing the wrong direction.
Shane looks like Crocodile Rock, Elton John, and Sarah looks like Candle in the Wind, Elton John.
Well, that
Oh,
is my favorite Elton John
fits.
song, so I'll fucking take it. All right, are we ready?
All right, yeah, I'm ready. Who wants
So
to
I
do
got
the
some
intro
shit.
today?
I got some shit to say.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Dan,
I'm Sarah.
I'm Shane.
and this is What the Hell's Your Problem, a podcast where we talk about our problems. We're going to talk about our petty problems, our big problems, mostly our petty ones. We're going to talk about all the things we love to hate with a passionate yet fair vigor. Discuss them, maybe try to find some solutions, maybe not. Maybe not, but if you feel like something chaps you, hit us up. Let us know, and we'll talk about it. How are you guys doing today? Yo, dude. Shane, you have what's happening with your marriage? How's that going?
Uh, it's good. It's good. Am I doing my problem right now? I actually have an actual problem, but I'll talk about this first.
What's chapping you? I don't know, man. What the fuck?
Okay, well, I'll do it. This will be quick, but I need your guys' help. I'm in the throes of like a sunglasses battle right now with my girlfriend.
Okay.
So I was trying to get away from like the Ray-Bans, like because everyone's wearing those.
Okay.
So I'll admit, I went pretty far into the deep end of bro glasses, and
Are they white?
no, but
White-
she won't
white
be
frames?
seeing. I have some examples here. I'm sorry if you're listening to this, but this is the one I went with.
No.
I
No.
thought they looked cool.
No, you look like
Oh,
you're
absolutely
Mr.
not.
Roboto.
That's crazy.
I
For those
thought
of
they were
you,
kind of cool. It's like
Do you have a
yeah,
zin in your mouth to go with those?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
I
you
mean, I will say someone's mom was like, I was my friend's mom. I put these on. I'm like, what do you think? She's like, you look like Elon Musk. I'm like,
look.
That's never a look you
okay,
want.
but then
You look
so
like-
I agreed.
You look like a guy. If you say you were like, you look like a guy who's just
What
on
about-
your boat and like you're not sure whose friend he is, and he's drinking everyone's beer. Like if you had a party on a boat, like on a houseboat, you know, when people go houseboating in the summer, and you're just the guy who's kind of there, and everybody thought that you came with someone else. That's what you look
Oh
like.
God! Well,
Uh,
because they're sturdy. It fits
you-
on my face
If
perfectly.
you can't, if you're not watching, Shane is wearing reflective purple pit viper style sunglasses. You look like
They're,
the mayor of Kelowna, BC.
I'm just trying. I'm trying to switch up my look. Okay.
Yeah,
It's like
but
you're
like-
wiping white powder out of your mustache.
Yeah, are you trying to switch up your girlfriend too?
No, they're sturdy and they fit on your face perfectly.
Well,
And it'd be nice, like at the beach, you're just there, like you don't have to look good. You know, my shirt's off, my skull tattoos are showing, and
I'm a fan of wearing what makes you comfortable, Shane. And if you
Thank
feel
you.
comfortable in those at the beach, and I also am a fan of multiple sunglasses for different scenarios in your life. And
Thank
those
you.
to me scream Durant's Lake.
this
And
is
you should
If
rock
I was-
them.
If I agree with different sunglasses for different situations, I also think that if I was your boss and I saw you out in public wearing those, I'd fire you the next time I
He's
saw
in
you
a
at work.
union, luckily for him.
But what if I went to work wearing them and then my boss got comfortable with seeing me in them constantly?
It's like a hat, for instance, that you're going to wear for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Correct, Dan?
This is
Correct?
the next one. Let me go.
What hat? Wait, hold on a minute. Wait a minute. What hat are you fucking talking about? What are you talking about?
The
What
hat you wore to our family
Oh,
picture.
the hat. Oh,
and then
the
fucking
hat.
promptly lost.
The hat. Yeah, yeah. I don't know really how that's relevant here, but I do know what you're talking about.
Well,
One
he
time,
said if you get used to wearing them, then he won't be judged, which is what you thought with the hat.
is that, well, my whole argument with that was that I think you should wear for a family photo stuff that you always wear so that you're remembered the way that you looked and not in some suit where you dress up. But I was wrong about that. There's plenty
For
of
starters,
photos.
it was the first time we'd seen the hat, and then you lost it the next day. So no one saw you in the hat,
Was it
but
a
it's
fedora?
immoral.
What was
Yes.
No, worse.
No,
No.
it was like a.
Okay, so what are the next sunglasses? What's next?
Well, do you want to finish that? I kind of want to know what hat you were wearing.
Oh, the
first.
hat, right? We were talking about the hat.
It was a
Sorry, I
page
cut out
boy
a whole bunch of
hat.
shit happened. We had to restart some stuff. Yeah. So I got this hat. I don't even remember how I got the hat, but I got like this.
It's probably one of your
newspaper.
dumb friend's hats.
Yeah, probably one of my dumb friends' hats. It might have been Sam Anderson's hat. Anyway, I became obsessed with this hat for like
48 hours?
no. I had it for like a week or so before that because I was wearing it a bunch.
So sorry,
And
what kind of hat is it?
It's like a poor boy, like one of those, like,
Oh, like that show with the
Newsies.
Peaky Blinders, actually,
Peaky
is what
Blinders.
so he's talking about. Newsies. Oh my God, sorry. Yeah. Anyway, and then I kind of got obsessed with this hat. I thought that I looked really good in it, and then we had to get family photos taken, and then I had a huge shit fit because Sarah wanted me to not wear the hat, and I was like, "This is my hat. This is who I am as a person." That's not so dramatic.
It
This is
wasn't
who
her
I
fault.
am.
She didn't get her newspaper delivered that morning.
Yeah, she was pissed off. Where's my $2? And then so I somehow convinced them to let me take the photos. Me and my sisters were getting photos taken for our mom,
And dad. Her parents.
our parents, and then she somehow I convinced them to let me do the hat.
By convinced, you mean had a wicked bad tantrum and said, you weren't even going to fucking do it if you couldn't wear the hat.
Yes, that is correct. And then I lost the hat like the next day. We were playing basketball and I put the hat down and I left it there and forgot about it. So
You playing basketball in that hat?
no, I took it off. That was the whole point. I
Is
took
there
it off.
lockers at this gym? I can play.
We were outside at a school and I left it there and then it was never to be seen again. I lost the hat. It was a bummer.
You know, actually thinking about it, I think I might remember you wearing that hat.
No, this was way
No.
before.
This was like
Okay.
1996, maybe.
Yeah, this was like.
Maybe I saw a photo of you in the hat.
Oh, there is. Yeah, I think we've posted the hat before. I'm pretty sure.
We might have talked about this before.
Yeah, if not, I will post the photo of the hat. It's like the hat photo is kind of famous in our family.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Okay.
let's
So
get
then-
on to this other pair.
Okay, let's see next.
So I
What's
was
next?
made fun of and denied for these sunglasses. I'm holding
Fair.
on to them. So then I went a little lighter.
Oh yeah, I love those.
Oh, I
Those are
like
sick.
those. Those look good.
Those
These
are the
ones
kind
look
I
good.
wear.
So they're like less bro-y, but
You
then,
look-
you know,
These ones you look like LP from Run the Jewels.
wow, that's what a compliment.
Yeah, you look cool as hell. Those are great.
Okay.
She's
You
wearing
look
like
like a
cool-
responsible adult.
They're like flat black and like
But
flat
they're-
across the top.
They're a little, you know, they're not like for every occasion. This is like funeral wedding, I'd say.
Those are great sunglasses. I think those are good for any occasion.
$25, but then I was like, I want to go a little fun, and
Where'd you
I
get
got-
those?
In the mall, there's a man.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I know the one. I know exactly the ones. That's where I bought
Kiosk,
mine.
Knows who I
sunglass
am.
kiosk.
Yeah.
And these are the last ones, but
You
Okay.
look a little bit like Zach Galifianakis
Yeah.
in those ones.
Now Shane's wearing gold kind of aviator style sunglasses with red tint, and I got to level with you. I kind of like them.
I like them too. But I
like
guess that it kind of goes into my actual problem.
It
So
matches
you
your
guys
hat.
like this one? What?
matches your hat really well. These are good. Robin's wrong. Those are good sunglasses.
Okay. Well, she doesn't hate them. She just thinks for certain occasions, like her grandfather's funeral, I probably shouldn't be wearing fun glasses.
She might have a point.
But anyway, I guess I'll just quickly go into my problem. I don't want to take up all the time, but I'm in the throes of wedding season right now. I've 3 in 1 month. I've done one already, and I have one coming up this weekend.
It's very expensive.
It's expensive and it's annoying, and I know, like, Dan, you're a traveling comedian and stuff, but I don't know if you'll agree with this, but can people just stop asking their friends who are comedians to MC the wedding?
Oh, preach.
I said yes to the last weekend one, and I was trying to just be like, have a couple quips, but I go into comedian mode if I'm in front of like 100 people. And so I said some things that got me a little bit of trouble. And the lady that got married's 80-year-old grandmother in a wheelchair was sitting in the very front row, so angry. But my anxiety kicked in because I wasn't like getting laughs. And I said, "Oh, I know the groom. I met the groom first because we did a bunch of drugs at Tall Tree." And then some people laughed, and then I panicked even more, and I just started saying like random things. Like, people came up that did speeches I didn't even know, and I was like, "Well, look forward to seeing them in the new season of Frasier." Nothing.
Oh, like you're roasting the people coming up to do
I'm roasting. I was just.
Not roasting. I think that's just funny.
That could be roast depending on the person.
This next guy, he was the background actor in The Notebook and like stuff like that. I didn't even know why I was saying it. I was just trying to fill time.
Man, why wouldn't you be like, "Hey, I know the groom from being at a music festival where we for sure were super well behaved and didn't do anything weird." Like, why wouldn't you do that rather than just being like, "We did drugs together"?
Because I was nervous.
Panicked. I think, you know what? We've all been at weddings where people have panicked and said stupid shit.
Oh, yeah, like at your wedding, for instance.
Many people said dumb shit at my wedding.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, first of all, I'm definitely with you. I think I've emceed 12 weddings.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Like, here's the thing. I always dread it right up until it's happening, and then once it's happening, it's kind of fun and I like it. But like, it's so much work. It's so much work. It's like so insanely high pressure because it's your friend's damn wedding. Sometimes the friends will be like, "Oh, we don't really have a plan.
Well, you need a plan."
Whatever. And I'm like, "What?" Like, so, I'm not also the wedding planner. Like, that's happened to me.
This is what I found out afterwards, which should have been told to me immediately, that the bride's mom works for the RCMP. Okay. And so the drug talk was bad. And then so this weekend I'm going to a wedding, and they want me to be the minister of the wedding.
Oh.
What? You're marrying them?
Yeah. But they got married before. They just need a stand-in. But then they said, "Can you make it funny?" And that's... I'm having a meltdown every single day.
That's a lot of pressure.
Stop asking us.
How close are you? How close are you with these people?
So the last one, it's more my girlfriend's friends, but I'm friends with them. This one is a comedian getting married.
Who is it?
Zach Lewis.
Oh, Zach Lewis's wedding. Oh, that's easy. That's easy.
There's 150 people there, and it's all probably their old families, and go up like, "Well, I now you pronounce you man and wife. Don't slip on a banana peel on the way out." I don't know what to do.
Say that. Who cares? Who gives a shit? Phone it in. Phone it in. Do a bad job. Do a bad job. Just do a bad. Here's the thing. Maybe we need to do a worse job so people stop asking us. I don't.
Well, you're not wrong.
Also, if you're the asshole getting married on a long weekend and ruining everybody's fucking long weekend, then you deserve a shitty comedian.
Well, here's the thing.
So I would vote it in just based on that.
Well, it's on Gabriella Island, which is where
it's worse.
But at the same time, it's going to be it's well planned because she works, with
She's awesome. I love her. She's the best. Yeah.
And so it's going to be unbelievable. It's just I have this dark cloud hanging over me, and then if I bomb or screw up and their families hate me, I have to be there for 2 days.
Here's the thing about being the marrying them though, is that you can write a script and literally read it.
Yeah. Well,
So,
ChatGPT, I could do that. But
no, write a script. Do it.
I already wrote one. I sent it to them. There was a lot of things redacted.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, you should chat GPT the shit out of this.
Yeah. So I just stop asking us. I'd rather be in the dark corner.
Hey, I got an idea. What if you asked ChatGPT to write you the cheesiest possible funny minister like stuff, and then tell them at the start that like you make a whole thing about AI taking your jobs, and then be like, let's see if they can, and then tell them you asked it to write the worst one possible, and then read ChatGPT's worst possible thing. That's really funny. I think you should do that.
That is funny. Shane
Yeah,
is
that
so
is funny.
stoked
I
right
should do
now.
that.
What?
You should do that.
Thank you. Yeah, I want to try that. I think it made them more nervous with the first script I sent in. Because
Shane.
So this is my original idea, which I think is genius. Okay, you know the beginning of Willy Wonka, when Willy Wonka comes out like all decrepit.
Yes, and then does a flip.
He rolls, and he's like, "Wow, that's what I wanted to do."
Yeah, you should. Yeah, that's really funny. That's pretty funny. Are you gonna dress like Willy Wonka too?
No, they denied it. They said no.
Oh, they said you couldn't do that?
No. Well, they also and I can say it now. I don't think I can roll on the ground.
Oh, I think you can roll. I think you can't get back up. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You can do the rolling part. Dude, what if you said the whole thing like the minister from Princess Bride?
Princess Bride?
Yeah, what if you did that?
You know what I thought about that?
Do we be what? But like, don't tell them you're gonna do it. Just
I have to do it at the rehearsal thing, and so I think because they're worried about me, saying something.
Why would you
also feel like these people asked you, Shane, and they know you. They know what you're gonna do. They like you asked Shane Priestley to be the minister at your wedding, and you get what you fucking get, and you don't get upset.
Well, I think
that's what I think.
The
like,
dumb
run
thing
with it
on
or don't run with it.
The dumb thing on my part was telling them that I bombed at the last wedding. Really bad.
I think also someone booking you to do this is a reflection on the skill level of booking because I think you're funny, but you're not the right guy for this.
I'm not good at hosting comedy shows in general.
No, you hate it.
I don't like hosting.
No, you hate it. I love hosting. I absolutely love hosting.
It's because I screw up the last name of people, and I'm like, Sonny Wallflower or whatever his name is.
Sonny Wallflower, Dollywall.
Dollywall.
I actually said that. It was one of my first hosting sets. I said Sonny Dollywall's name wrong, and I said,
you called him Sonny DeWally.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because do you know that he tells that story on stage to this day?
I didn't know that. No.
It's gonna make him feel way better though. Daniel, when we had Danny Zucker on our podcast, and Daniel said his name wrong, and he's super fucking famous.
Yeah,
so it happened.
And he got weird about it. And also, I should also add, never talked to me again after that.
Really?
No, he's never responded to another message I've ever sent after he did our podcast.
Oh, well, it was a good podcast.
Yeah.
Who is he? A comedian?
No, he was the head writer for Modern Family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had him on, and then he never talked to me again.
And you said his name wrong on the pod?
Yeah, I introduced him as Danny. What did I say?
You said Zucker.
I said Danny
Zucker, and it's Zucker.
And I was like, fuck. And then the episode was called It's Pronounced Zucker.
I thought it was a very good podcast. That's his loss.
It was a good episode. I think that, I don't know. Maybe I just asked him for too much stuff. Whatever.
But you also can't get mad at someone for saying your name wrong. Like, people on posters spell my name wrong all the time, and I don't care. But
it's true.
Did you just lose me again?
Yeah.
For a second, but you're back.
It's back. It's fine.
Yeah, no, your voice is bad again.
It's bad?
It's really quiet. Can't come out. He needs to quit fucking around with his mic.
I like this background because it doesn't show my vape smoke.
Just your vape. And making weird faces.
Yeah, we good?
Yep. Are you touching
Right.
it or something?
Yeah, I moved it and then it got weird. But I should be able to move it. I don't know. I've never been able to not do it before. Anyway, yeah. I'm with you on this, please. That being said, man, I get why they would ask us to do it. Like, you know, I get it. I understand. But like, if you don't like hosting, then just say no, dude. Just be like, I'm not the right guy. Like, I think people think that just because your friend is a stand-up comedian that they'll be able to host your wedding. Not every stand-up comic likes hosting. Not everybody. It's a different thing. They're different things. So
I love emceeing a wedding.
yeah, you'd be great at it.
I'm fun. I enjoy it.
I don't like.
Sorry, go ahead.
I just don't like the amount of work that goes with it. But then once it's happening, I always have a good time.
Yeah, it's a lot of stress and work, and also seeing other people that aren't comedians, like bridesmaids and best men, writing a speech and like they're like shaking before having panic attacks, and I'm like, well, I'm just worried about the family hating me. They're gonna love you, but
yeah, fair enough.
They're gonna think it's adorable that you're nervous.
Yeah,
this dovetails nicely into my situation.
Please do. Yes, great.
Because it was my anniversary yesterday. 18 years of fucking
congrats.
Wedded bliss. 18 years. So that was rude, Daniel.
Hey, on your post when you said it wasn't always easy, is that kind of fucked up or is that okay?
No, being married is hard.
Yeah, but
being married is hard.
With that?
Well, it hasn't always been easy. We've had some rough goes.
Isn't
but we
that
did
a Yellowstone quote?
Probably.
Did you get ChatGPT to say in Yellowstone?
Say this in Kevin Costner's voice.
Give me another, and then it just goes, "Give me another ball." It's a tin cup reference.
Tatonka.
Tin cup. Okay, go on.
So we went out for the worst meal I've ever had in a restaurant in my life, which was irritating.
Dish.
Can I dish?
Of course.
It was the 4 Mile, which I usually quite like.
The one on the Colwood Strip?
No, that's the 6 Mile. It's terrible. The 4 Mile's in View Royal.
You went to a
4 Mile.
No. Hear me out, because I knew you were gonna fucking get all judgy about
where everything they make is brown and deep fried for your anniversary dinner.
Well, we just wanted.
It was good.
It's usually it's a classy pub.
Oh my
and
God.
Can you fuck off with your judginess and just listen for a minute, please? We didn't have a lot of time and I wasn't feeling well, so I didn't want to go out and spend a ton of money on food that I couldn't eat anyway.
Might as well went to 7-Eleven.
Wrong. Not 7-Eleven. You're a fucking judgy dick. And it's really expensive to go out for dinner, and we didn't want to spend a ton, so we were just going to go to a pub. Still expensive, but not anyway, I don't need to defend myself. That's where we chose to go. I wanted to go to Bucky's Tap House, but it's fucking closed on Monday, so we couldn't.
That's at least funny. If you go to Bucky's, that's fucking...
I love Bucky's. It's our neighborhood pub.
Yeah, but like Bucky's for your 4-year anniversary when you live in Langford is fucking hilarious. Like going to a restaurant
I don't think that has bad.
Going to a restaurant for that has a hot wing contest for your anniversary dinner is fucking awesome. And so
it's also my favorite pub.
Listen to this. I took my mom on Mother's Day, and it was her choice to the Rack.
Oh yeah, right on. The Rack is.
I'm not saying anything bad about the Rack.
I made a reservation. We're the only people in there.
That's always funny. That's always funny when you make a reservation for a restaurant and you show up and there's no one else there. You feel like such a.
It was horrible.
I had brunch there last week. I had birthday breakfast there last weekend. It was really good.
So I don't have an opinion.
It was good. It's fine. Anyway, we went to the 4 Mile. So first of all, I ordered the roasted veggie sandwich that they had. The lady's like, "Oh, we're out of the bread that it comes with, and it doesn't really work with regular bread because you need the thicker one." I'm like, "Okay, I'll have the Buddha bowl with prawns." So it comes with chicken. So I was like, "Hey, I ordered this with prawns," and I send it back. It comes back with chicken.
Oh,
we're out of prawns. I'm like, "Okay, like, what are you not out of?" So then she's like, "Do you just want the chicken?" And I'm trying not to eat meat. So I'm like, "Do you have tofu?" She's like, oh yeah, we have tofu McSweet. So she just pulls the chicken off the Buddha bowl.
No, it's not.
Like,
that's
not a new one. Just pulls it off. And then I'm like, okay, at least I'll have tofu. She brings the tofu. It's not tofu. She's like, we don't actually carry
at the table.
Yeah, at the table. She's like, actually, she got me to do it. And then she's like,
no,
she's like,
you
can you
can't
just
do
pull
that.
this off and put it on a side plate? And I'm like, ugh, fine.
The 4 mile? Are you sure you weren't at the 8 mile?
Anyway, so then she comes back. She's like, we don't actually carry tofu anymore. We have this pressed faux chicken soy protein. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, is tofu a weird thing? No. Everybody has tofu in fucking restaurants. You just cube it up and fry it. It's literally the easiest thing in the world to make.
So she gave me this like chicken because
what's that? Well,
you should be allergic to chicken. Say that because you shouldn't be
they
able
should
to
just not be
take it off
shitty.
the table.
They should just not be shitty. They shouldn't be
My
shitty.
dog.
Anyway, so she came with this plate of like, it looked like shredded chicken, like little
soy protein.
It looked like, anyway, it was the most fucking foul tasting thing I've ever seen. And so I didn't eat. I had like one bite of it. I tasted it. I'm like, hard no. They didn't even fucking comp it.
No.
They didn't comp my meal.
That's bad. Yeah.
It was bad. I'm never going back there. But that's not my real problem. My real problem is my husband, I discovered on the way home, thinks that Blizzards and McFlurries are completely interchangeable. And it doesn't matter which one you get.
I can't have this conversation. I'll freak out. I can't. That's fucking... You're going to tell me that you think a McFlurry and a Blizzard is the same? No, him. I'm furious.
I know.
I have so much to say about all this stuff.
I was very upset, and then so we had a McFlurry, and I was like, "This fucking sucks."
McFlurries are
this
good.
Is
but like you have
three. There's three options, and none of them are that good.
You have a Dairy Queen in Langford, so why would you go get a McFlurry?
We have two.
You get
two Dairy Queens on the West Shore.
Different consistencies.
You
too.
only get a McFlurry if a Blizzard is not available.
That's what I said.
I do kind of like their cute little weird cups they're using for them.
I do enjoy the folded down cup.
Okay,
I don't like a wooden spoon.
Oh,
I do not.
A wooden spoon.
Oh, it gets my teeth hurt just thinking about it.
Dairy Queen is also doing the wooden spoon now for Blizzards.
No.
Yeah, they don't have the red plastic spoon anymore.
What's the problem with the wood spoon?
It just tastes like wood.
I hate it touching my teeth. No, it touches your teeth and it makes you want to punch someone right in the throat.
Yeah. And also, it tastes like wood.
I feel like I get splinters in my lips.
I don't want to taste wood while I'm eating my ice cream, bro.
I love the taste of wood. I guess that's the only manly part about me.
Fucking beaver.
Is that manly, Shane, or is it the opposite? Maybe a different thing.
Bark, but chew it up and spit it out.
You can't go to the 4 Mile pub for your anniversary dinner and then complain that it was bad. To me,
you can, because that was like, I get that it's mediocre and it's fine, and I was expecting mediocre, but that was below mediocre.
Can I say something before about this Blizzard thing about the 4 Mile? Is that I went there with my girlfriend like maybe a week ago, and I had like Yorkshire pudding things, and they were delicious.
The Yorkie sliders?
Yes, and they were delicious. However, there is an old man beside us with a very obvious escort, I think you're allowed to say. And halfway through the meal, she just left.
Like she had enough.
Your time was up.
Well, maybe she got the same issue as you did.
Maybe she had a fucking really shitty meal.
She left, and the man had to finish. He finished his meal and got hers to go and paid and left.
Maybe they got too warmed up. Or maybe it was also their 18th anniversary.
How do you leave a meal and barely eat it? I don't get it.
I did. I fucking did.
You left it?
Well, no, I took it home and my kid ate it because he's at 16.
She
literally
was
anything.
High on cocaine. That's very much cocaine behavior. 100%.
I heard that sex trade workers, the high-end ones, are often hired to be the third in a throuple.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Because there's no strings attached.
That is a thing.
I learned that
It's actually
recently.
a great idea.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have done that for your 18th anniversary.
I'm good.
Go to the 69 Mile, hey?
Ew. Gross. Anyway, I feel like we might not make it to our 19th anniversary due to his terrible taste in ice cream and inability to switch the flavors up.
That's outrageous. I will say, like, I got I got blizzards with a friend of the show, former guest of the show, Chris Gordon.
Hilarious comedian.
Hilarious.
He loves
him.
ice.
Oh, he does. Me and him found ourselves in the McDonald's parking lot in Kelowna. Shane, you were there with your sunglasses.
I was?
No, you weren't. At like 2 a.m.
In spirit.
He told me to get a Oreo McFlurry add caramel.
Oh.
It's really good. It's so good. I can't even begin to tell you. It's amazing.
I will say if you ask them to double the toppings, it's more acceptable.
Yeah. Always get double toppings. You have to do that. Blizzard or McFlurry.
I didn't.
Don't you find the McFlurries more runny than the Blizzard?
They're not turning it upside down when they give it to you. I'll tell you that.
Oh, no, they'd wear it.
They'll slide right out. The floor would be wearing it. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Right on, dude.
It's a sluttier ice cream.
Okay,
it slides right out. Okay,
my thing,
Mr.
Okay, I'm back on the East Coast. I think we've talked about my feelings on the East Coast, maybe on the podcast. I'm warming up to the East Coast. This is my first time on the East Coast when it is not winter, and I'm currently in Charlottetown on Prince Edward Island.
I want to go there.
You do want to come here. It's like if CBC was a place. It's the cutest place. I'm playing golf on Thursday at a place called Green Gables.
Whoa!
And attached to the golf course is the house from Anne of Green Gables.
Are you gonna go? Will you get your picture taken?
I'm gonna go do the thing.
Will you put on the red wig?
Instead of an eagle, you get an Anna.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should get a lime cordial tattoo to commemorate being there.
I was thinking about getting a dolphin dressed up in golf attire, holding a golf club, and then call it my Golphin tattoo. What do you think? Is that a good idea?
No.
Okay.
You should get a dolphin wearing Anna Green Gables braids and a hat.
So, anyways, it's really nice here. Everyone is very friendly. I've been out here for this is my 3rd week on the East Coast. I did a 2-week tour with former guest of the show, Sean Majumder.
Good times. We love Sean.
That man is like one of the best people I've ever met in my life.
Good hang?
Dude, the best hang. The best hang. Best guy. Like this man is like a bona fide celebrity out here. Out here, especially, that dude can't go anywhere without someone stopping him, and he stops and talks to every single person. We were in Pictou. We did a show in Pictou, and there was a little tiny. That's in Nova Scotia. There's a little tiny restaurant.
Didn't those children just go missing there?
Yeah, they did.
When were you there?
Yeah, I was there when that happened. I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about that. I don't want to talk about Instagram posts to show where I was the whole time.
All right.
So we went into this restaurant. I believe it was called A1 Pizza, maybe. I forget. But we went in there, and every table had like four to six boomer senior citizens at the table. The entire restaurant was there to see him at the show next door, and we walked in to this restaurant, and the whole restaurant turned and started clapping. And then It was so cute, and he said hi to all of them. He's shaking hands, and we sat down at the bar. The owner came out, took photos. They're like he talks to people. He just walks into a room and starts talking to you like he knows you already, and then they just talk back to him like it's normal. And that is what the East Coast is like. They all just talk to each other like they've already been hanging out all day. It's very.
I love that.
Can I ask you a question though?
Sure.
So you're with him when this is happening, right?
Yeah.
So when you order your meal and stuff, do you like turn to the people wanting to get photos, or do you continue eating your meal?
They usually want me to be in the photo also, just because I'm there, and they're assuming I'm like tied to him as well.
Yeah.
Even though they're not there to see me or anything. Yeah, pretty.
It takes you a super long time to eat because you keep getting interrupted.
It takes you a long time to go anywhere with him. It takes forever.
Yeah.
Because he really makes time for everyone. After every show, he goes out into the lobby and just hangs out in the lobby until everyone's gone.
Does that get
That's
annoying
super cool.
after a bit? Like if you just want to stop in and leave?
No, I liked it. I thought it was great. And then I was also working the merch table, so I sold a ton of merch and people were very nice to me. I had a thing happen to me that's never happened before. I got flagged down by this woman, and I think we were in Fredericton, New Brunswick, which by the way is awesome. Fredericton is so cute. Really great town. Love Fredericton. We're at this awesome theater called the Playhouse. Really, really good little town. Highly recommend Fredericton. And we were I walked out of he was on stage and I was at the back watching, and then I went out. I left and went into the lobby, and then this lady followed me into the lobby, and she flags me down. She's like, hey, Dan. And I turn around, and I'm like, hey, how's it going? And she's like, my son is autistic, and he is like a teenager, an older teen, and he loves you. He watches all of your stuff, everything you post, loves everything you're doing. And she said, and he just came out as bisexual, and he said that he did that because you did that.
Aww,
that's so cool.
It's okay for him to do that. And then we both were like emotional. It was very intense. That's never happened. Nothing like that's ever happened to me before. And then
was he there?
Cut that last bit from the last episode.
and then I got to sign a sticker and make it out to him. His name was Ethan. I never got to do that before. That was really, really
That's so cool.
That is cool.
And she didn't know I was going to be on the show, and she just bought tickets last minute to go to the show, and then I happened to be on the show. So
that's wild. Like it was meant to be.
Yeah, really, really cool moment. And
are you going to with her?
Yeah, totally.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's so cool having a fan like that.
It was really neat. And anyway, the whole tour was super great. I actually don't even really. I'm trying to think of something to complain with. I'll tell you this another thing. Comedian Arthur Simeon, who is one
very
of the
funny
best comics in Canada. You'll see, he's unreal.
Great voice.
Yes, great voice. I was at Halifax Comedy Festival was happening on my days off while I was in Halifax. So we got to hang out with so many awesome, fun people. Ola Dada, former guest on the show.
Oh, yeah,
spent a lot of time there. I don't know if we've had Erica Sigurdson on yet, but she should. Yes, we should. And so she's become my festival buddy in the last year. So I got to spend a lot of time with her. Met a really awesome, funny dude named Nigel Lawrence, and Sean was there too. And just Miles Morrison, Lynn Woods, and then randomly also in town, not for the festival, was Sunny Diwali. Shame.
Oh yes,
Sunny Diwali.
Sunny, I miss Sunny.
Got to hang out with all these people. It's a really great time. I'm having the best time here on the East Coast. It's completely different than my early travels here. It's
so you don't have a problem.
No, I do though. I'll get to
okay.
Isn't that crazy though? How you have a bad experience the first time you go somewhere, and then when you go back for longer, you have it's a different experience, and it's you like the place again.
It's so nice out here now. It's sunny and nice, and oh my god, dude, the food in Halifax. If you're ever in Halifax, go eat at a restaurant called Bicycle Thief. Unreal. Oh my god, so good.
Better than the 4 Mile?
Yes. And I also went to this place called Rita's, RETA''S in Halifax. One of the best meals I've ever had in my life. And then also Tony's Donair.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Problem. That would be a
fucking
problem
love a Donair
for me. You, my friend, have never even had one. You don't even know until you. No, I'm serious. It's different out here. It's different.
They put the sweet sauce on.
Sweet sauce, man.
Yeah. That's how I make them with the sweet sauce.
You're not.
I'm sure it's not the same, but I'm saying
I'm making a McFlurry on yours.
Yeah, you're putting a you're basically saying that you're having a McFlurry version of it. Anyway, Arthur was telling me the story about Sean about being in Newfoundland walking down George Street in St. John's, Newfoundland, and there was a group of about 20 people walking towards him, and he was just there doing a show. He's by himself, and he got closer, and he's like, "Is that Sean Majumder?" And in the middle of these people was Sean. And he walked up, and he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Arthur, what are you doing here?" And he's like, "I'm doing shows." He's like, "I'm doing shows too." And then he's like, "Who are all these people?" And Sean's like, "Well, I was walking, and then this guy was like, 'Hey, I'll join you.' And then someone joined us, and then other people joined us, and now it's just 20 of us walking." Arthur's like, "I'm not exaggerating. There's more than 20 people walking down the street with him." And that's just like, and then they all just went and got drunk at a bar. Like, that's the kind of dude this dude is. I just love this man. I can't say enough good things. Okay, I found out about another thing about the East Coast. Have you guys heard of Mummering? Mummering? No. Have you heard of Mummering?
No.
Bo, we have a new producer. Are you nodding your head, Bo? You've heard of Mummering? Bo knows about Mummering. Okay, well, we will introduce you to Bo at some point, but not on this episode. Yeah. But comedian Bo Essery, shout out to Bo for being our new producer.
He looks like me, but thinner.
Thanks, Bo.
He's also
he gets our shows to air too, which
he's not quite as good as Shane is at getting our episodes up. I admit the best when I went and looked, and I'm like, oh, is our episode up? And I'm like, oh, we haven't had an episode up for 4 weeks. Okay.
7 people died in my circle. I couldn't do it.
I don't think that's true.
It is. Well, it was 5, but 7 sounded better out of my mouth.
5 people died? What do you mean 5 people died?
Grandfathers, couple friends, couple, my old BMX buddies.
Oh, you're making this up, you son of a bitch.
No, I'm not. I can't talk about emotions without putting a bid in.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that is fair. I don't remember what I was talking about now.
Sorry. No, Mummering.
Mummering, yeah, Mummering. Okay, it's a Newfoundland Christmas tradition where you put on, like, a crazy costume, like, can fully conceal. People will put pillowcases over their head and then put eyes through it, which is kind of dicey sounding. But then, or like a lampshade, and you put, like, mittens on the wrong hands, and men will put brassiers on the outside of their sweaters and all sorts of shit. And then you go to...
a Value Village KKK.
Yeah. It sounds like Newfoundland KKK. So then you go to someone's house who you know, but you can't tell who anyone is. And then when they answer the door, you ask, "Are you letting mummers in tonight? Or can mummers come in tonight?" You say that. You say or something like that. It's like, "Can mummers come in tonight?" And then they either say no, tonight's not a good night, or they let you in. They will let you in, and then when you come in, you sing songs and dance, and then the people whose house it is have to guess who you are. And
I love that.
What?
Yeah, dude. I thought Sean was telling me about this in the car, and I thought I'm like, you're gaslighting me. I don't think this is true. And I looked it up, and it is true.
That's so cool. I love that.
Why don't we have any cool traditions on the West Coast?
To him, I'm like, we don't have anything like that. For us,
nothing. We don't kiss cod. We don't fucking mummer up. We don't do shit.
We have the white dinner parties, whatever you call it.
Yeah, that sucks. You gotta bring your own table.
What is it called? Dinner en blanc?
Dinner en blanc. Yeah, that's the kind of bullshit that we have.
Cool. You have to bring your own fucking table and chairs. That's not tradition. Yeah. Christmas is a pain in the ass.
Christmas is when our dads get hammered drunk and just cry while playing the acoustic guitar.
Yeah. There's no fiddles.
Yeah, we had Christmas twice last week. Hey?
We need more fiddles in our lives out here.
Yeah.
I think I would fit in on the East Coast.
You would?
I think I could. What's that?
Let me ask you this. Did you see the famous boat in Halifax? It's like
the
in the
Blue
harbor.
Nose?
I think it's called it's not Boaty McBoatface, but it's something like they have a boat there. And then the art gallery is really cool in Halifax.
I didn't go to the art gallery. Did you go to Halifax?
I went to Halifax with other comedian Evan Mumford.
Oh, you came out here, right? You went and got the brown pizza. Yeah. I didn't get the brown pizza.
I went to Halifax because his brother lives there, and I went to the art gallery because they have this famous artist, and they have a recreation of her house in there, and it's really small because she's hunched over. And then I watched the movie, and it's way more sad than I was led to believe.
Okay.
She was beat by her husband, but it's a great art gallery. Go there.
Yeah, sounds awesome. Great.
Are you going to see a friend of the show, Jonathan Torrens, while you're there?
No, he was out of town when we were there, so
that's too bad.
I did not see him, and I've only got another 3 nights here in Charlottetown. We have a show tomorrow night, and then I go back to Halifax on Friday and Saturday.
See the boat. I'm telling you.
I'll try to see the boat. I'll do my best to see the boat.
Piss in the harbor. It's really cool.
Piss in the harbor?
Yeah. In the downtown harbor there.
Okay, I'll piss in the harbor.
Did you learn? No, he said go to the harbor. Don't piss in the harbor.
Oh, okay.
No, that's what the locals do.
Okay, let me tell you about my problem.
Oh yeah,
No,
sorry.
I want to know. I have one more question.
Okay, what is it?
Did you learn about the Halifax explosion?
I did actually. Last time I was
good.
here, I went to the museum and learned all about it, and then I also
Very interesting.
They had a bunch of stuff from the Titanic in there too.
Really?
And then they also, I didn't know about this, but near Halifax is the graveyard where all the people from the Titanic are buried. I did not know.
Oh
that.
yeah.
I heard the graveyard's sinking as well.
Oh.
Much slower though, and there'll probably be less casualties. Sarah, can we joke about that?
Yes, you can joke about the Titanic.
I did this show.
Just not the Holocaust.
I went and did this show. I went and did this show at a bar called the Oasis Bar. Fun show. This bar is like right in the main strip in Halifax in Spring Garden, and it's apparently the oldest bar in Halifax. And Claire Belford, very funny comedian, went on stage and was like, she said, "This is the oldest bar in Halifax." She said, "This is the first bar ever in Canada that women were allowed to drink in unaccompanied." And then she said, "And if you look around this place, it makes sense why." They were like, "Anything to get more women in here." Am I right? It was a very good joke. It's very funny. Yeah. Okay. My problem. I was in a coffee shop. I can't remember where. Somewhere out here. And there was a guy in front of me, and then guy came up. He's ordering, and then a guy comes in, gets behind me, and then the guy at the front of the line turns around and is like, "Oh, hey," and the other guy's like, "Hey," and then the guy at the front of the line goes, "What do you want?" Like he's gonna order his thing too.
Oh, he line cut.
And I'm kind of like, that's fine. I get it. You're like, "What do you want?" "I'm ordering." "What do you want?" That's also, I think that's okay. It's a little bit shitty because I'm in between them.
It's in the gray area.
It's in the gray area, but then the guy goes, "Ooh," and then goes, "Ooh, I'm not sure," and then comes up to the front of the line and starts perusing.
Oh no,
all the stuff,
that's a no.
And they're having something, and then the guy's card won't work, and it's like a whole thing. And I'm kind of like, at no point did anyone turn around and be like, "Oh shit, sorry," or like, "Hey, do you mind if I cut just to go up to my friend?" If any of that happened, I would have been like.
So that's the thing. When someone at the front that you know asks you if you want to add your order, you're not allowed to peruse at that point.
No, you need to know, or you say no, or
5 seconds.
I'm gonna get food. Don't worry about it.
You say I will have the same as you is the easiest one,
or I'll just wait my own turn. Thanks anyway.
Exactly. Yeah,
because I'm not a douchebag.
I'm gonna have an egg McMuffin or whatever it is. You can't peruse. There's no perusing.
You can't peruse. So I wrote that down on my little list.
That's line cutting then.
It is. Perusing. We were similar to that. I don't know, Shane, if you've heard me talk about my friend Christy. We've talked about her a number of times on the show.
Shout out to Christy.
Shout out to Christy. She's on an Alaskan cruise right now.
Really?
She is. And we were coming home from the trip to Vegas.
Infamous trip to Vegas. Yeah.
The infamous girls' trip to Vegas, and we waited. I'm gonna say 45 minutes in a fucking Tim Hortons lineup. And then Christy got to the front and was like, "Do you have anything that's gluten-free?" I'm like, "You literally could have Googled this fucking 45 minutes ago, and now we're all waiting for you." That same train of thought. No.
Yeah.
You have 45 minutes of Google time. Sort your shit out before you get up there.
Yeah.
We need in and out.
I didn't know there was a Tim Hortons in Las Vegas either.
I think we were in Calgary at a stopover or something.
I think the Tim Hortons probably does exist in Las Vegas. Las Vegas has like everything, and there's a lot.
I don't think they do have a Tim Hortons there.
I bet you they have one squirreled away somewhere. I bet you they do.
Do they have Tim Hortons anywhere in America?
What?
Probably.
Sorry?
I'm asking what?
I just said there's probably a guy named Tim Horton in Las Vegas that's lost all his family's money.
Is there a Tim Hortons on the Vegas Strip?
There is not. I would have found it.
No, there are none. I'm wrong.
I figured if there's a Tim Hortons around, this lady's going to be minding it.
I want to bitch about your son a little bit.
My son?
Yeah.
Well, not Shane's, I guess. Okay, what about him?
Okay.
He got a job.
I heard he got a job.
Where's he working? Can you say?
Butcher shop.
He works at a meat market.
Which one? Glenwood?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, I frequent.
It's a good one.
That's insane that you just called the butcher shop and it was the correct one. What are you talking about?
Well, because
I don't want to gloss over that. That was crazy.
not many people know this because my girlfriend's a vegetarian, but I secretly frequent butcher shops, and now I'm gonna have to wear a wig every time I go in.
Or you don't, and maybe he'll give you a discount. He'll probably steal.
No, he would never. Anyway, what's your bitch about my kid?
He posted on an Instagram story last night after the Oilers handled the Las Vegas Golden Knights last night.
He's struggling right now.
Like
his mental health isn't great.
The Oilers looked like a team that is going to win the Stanley Cup last night. They looked incredible.
Yeah.
It was,
and Vegas looked awful.
Yeah, Vegas looked terrible. They just got their ass handed to them. And he posted, it's Vegas versus the refs. Didn't even turn the TV on. Shut up.
Do you know who Daniel, so before you get your old nose bent out of joint, do you know who he is?
Me.
He's fucking you.
Yeah, I know.
Circa 1992. He's you.
Worse. No. It's even like that in like 2005. Like whenever Facebook started. If I get my memories on Facebook are all cringe sports posts. Or me saying the word retard or something bad that I shouldn't say. Like
you were like that. The memories and delete.
Yeah, we should all delete. Thank God I didn't have it.
You stormed out of my house once after he was born.
I did. I was really upset.
Because Montreal lost a hockey game.
Yeah. Now I'm cheering for the Leafs.
No, you're not.
Oh, yeah, of course I am.
I wore a Florida Panthers jersey to work yesterday.
I'm not going to cheer for a team that has a Tkachuk and Brad Marchand on it. Are you joking? That's gross.
Yeah, but they have Carter Verhaeghe with fucking love.
I don't care at all. You can't.
Love of Verhaeghe.
You can't. That's an insane thing.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
For the listeners at home, this is the part of the podcast I'm the most silent.
Cheering for the Florida Panthers while Brad Marchand's on. Do you have an Israel flag in your house too?
Oh, don't even. Even our dad was like, "I'm cheering for Marchand now."
I know.
He's like, he's my favorite player on
That's
on
gross.
the
Absolutely
Panthers.
Disgusting. I know. I won't. I don't want to talk to him right now. I'm upset about it. Not really.
Oh my God, get over yourself. You are Jude. You guys are the same fucking person. You get all
I'm joking.
hurt feelings all the time.
Did you just say Jude?
Yeah, his name's Jude.
Yeah, that's my son's name.
Oh yeah. No, she's not saying it. She's not saying.
Oh no, that's his name.
You made us cut off that last Holocaust bit.
Oh my God, that's all the time we have today. That's all the time we've got for today.
We are at now.
Oh, we are. Yeah, that's perfect. I don't have anything else. When is it coming out?
No.
Yeah.
Shane, do you have anything to plug, Shane? Excuse Me is coming up. Is that this week though?
It is this week. Yeah, show tonight this week. 2 shows this night, and then at the weddings, and then I don't have any
plugging the wedding. Yeah, I can be
on Gabriola this weekend.
Yeah, I'm officiating a wedding on Gabriola. That's almost sold out, so make sure you get those tickets.
Well, I would like to say now that thanks to Bo, because now my anxiety is extremely down. I do have What the Hell's Your Problem stickers, so if you do see us around town, I'll give you
only Shane, because Dan and I don't have them.
We got to get back into
a live podcast.
That, but also like having a specific topic that someone can pick who wins on. I think
I like the people writing in topics because it's fun.
That's fun too. Yeah.
So okay, who wins tonight? Obviously me.
Yours was the 4 mile and the
Zach. No, that Zach thinks of fucking blizzards and.
Yeah,
that's the most valid hate ever. Ever had.
Bo should choose. So
Bo, what do you think?
You can't hear Bo, but like he's gonna pick, but he can chime in.
He's good.
What about the guy cutting in line in front of me like that?
Nah, just let it go.
Yeah. No, I'm with it. If it's me, I'm voting for the Blizzard. So, Bo.
And for once in the time I've been on the podcast, Dan, that was the most positive you've ever been.
Hey.
You even said boomers, and you said nice things afterwards.
I don't think I have anything. I don't think I have any like boomers, which is crazy because I've been spending a ton of time with boomers. But like, I got to level with you. All the boomers I've encountered, they've been so happy and having a great time because boomers love Sean Majumder. so much.
We
And
all
it's
do.
really
Maybe it's
fun.
maybe just West Coast boomers are the worst.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. Could be. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm feeling it's summer's coming. I feel happy. I feel tested. Everything.
Oh, I love it. It's great.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll see you guys next week. Thanks, Grossbuster, for our theme song. Thank you, producer Bo, for keeping us afloat.
Bo.
And
thanks, Bo.
Yeah, if you got a hate, DM us on Instagram. Let us know.
We're all over it.
Okay, we'll party real soon. We'll see you later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.